Welcome to Chasing Dreams Podcast with Aimee J. Aimee believes that realizing a life without regrets is achieved by taking chances, chasing your dreams, making moves, and overcoming your doubts. The Chasing Dreams Podcast will help you overcome life's obstacles, believe in your potential, and inspire you to face your fears. And now here's the woman who is passionately pursuing her dreams, Aimee J.
Hey Dream Chasers, thank you so much for tuning into episode number 94. That's right, folks. 6 episodes until we hit 100. I got hand gestures. You can't see it, but imagine me going crazy. It's so surreal. I can't believe we're almost up to 3 digits. 100 episodes. So I decided, instead of recording a reflective episode 100, I would do 94 because I'm stoked by the next 5 episodes that are coming up for you guys to listen to. So I didn't want to interrupt that flow. And this episode isn't one that, to cap it off or anything like that. I think the guest I have for episode 100 is far superior and much, much more, he or she is the best I could get for episode 100. I can't wait for you guys to listen to that episode. But this episode is kind of reflective because we'll hit 100 shortly, essentially. Let's say 100 episodes, right? So taking a step back to look at how far we've come and how much more there still is to go. It's crazy. When I first started this, it was a thought in my head after a conversation with a family member. And, here we are today with all of you guys listening. And, I'm not actually sure. I think, I want to say it was like 92, maybe. We had 92 guests or something like that. And I'm checking now to see what like the numbers are, but I'm not one who focuses on numbers, which is probably bad. I know a lot of podcasters are very numbers driven. To each their own, do what you got to do. But we're at 28,887. That's mind-boggling, guys. I mean, since September 2015, we have had 28,887 downloads as of this recording. And I am blown away by that. I know there are tons of people who are way higher than that by the time they get to episode 100 and all these things. I'm really proud of this little engine that could of this show. Just kept on trying, kept on doing, and that's awesome to me. I mean, I never imagined that it would hit 100. I thought, not that I'd quit. I guess it would be quitting. It would be quitting, wouldn't it? Well, I thought that something would happen that I wouldn't be doing this still. But the fact that you guys are still listening, the fact that you guys are still want to see this, hear this, is amazing to me. I mean, we've hit shows. What countries we've hit? U.S., of course, India. Thanks, guys. Mostly my family, probably. United Kingdom, China, Canada, Lebanon, Australia, Germany, Kuwait. Mind-boggling. This is, before I couldn't even say that. I never thought it would happen this way. And it did. And, I'm happy. I'm thrilled with how things are going. I'm thrilled with, I'm not the top 10 of iTunes or anything like that, but I don't have to be. Because honestly, you guys make this all worth it. I mean, if even just one of you has been affected or helped by the show, that's all that matters to me, And I've had conversations and gotten feedback that the show has helped, or hearing so-and-so's story has been enlightening, encouraging, inspiring. And that's what we are trying to do, is show you guys, you too can do it. Just like all the other 96 Dream Chasers and the future 1,000 Dream Chasers that are to come. I know 1,000 was a lot, but I'm positive. I'm excited and hopeful that, we'll get there slowly. I don't think this show is going away from a weekly format because that's intense even for me. But, we'll just keep on going until we get as far as we can. So who knows? I'm not ruling out twice a week. That's possible. Not in the likelihood near time, but it could happen. It could definitely happen. So looking back, 94 episodes as of today. And there are things that have worked. There are things that haven't worked, things I've tried and couldn't make happen, and things I'm hoping to make happen in the next 6 months. Yeah, 6 months as of tomorrow, which is June 1st of the recording. So, wanted to have a virtual summit, wasn't able to make that happen, but hoping to hope, and I'm not going to announce it because, that doesn't always work. When you speak it into existence, it's true. You can speak things into existence, but sometimes it doesn't always work. So I put a vision board up so that I can kind of motivate myself. That's my target. That's my thing. So instead of talking about it, I'm going to work towards this next one, which hopefully you guys will see in the fall of 2000, or I guess it's fall, winter of 2017 still. That next project, which that's all I'm telling you about. But I also wanted to get some information from you guys. For 94 episodes, I've brought guests onto the show who have done amazing things in their life, who have tried and are living their dream, whether it's fully successful, it's almost there, they are being their little engine that could and chugging along, and they are enjoying the journey because that's just as important as everything else. And so what I want to get is some feedback from you guys. And so what we've done is I've worked with some amazing, smart people and put together a survey that will give me some feedback and enlightenment, if you will, on how I can help you more, whether it's through the show, whether it's through other resources. Figuring that out is a very important part to me. And so it's not a long survey. It'll probably take you 5 minutes, maybe more if you're very detailed. That's up to you. But I would appreciate it and really love if you guys wouldn't mind checking it out. You can go to chasingdreamshq.com/CD survey. So the initials of the podcast and then the word survey. So chasingdreamshq.com/C as in cat, D as in dog, the word survey. Okay. And that link will be in the show notes so you can check it out there. Take a look, take a gander, share it with your friends, have them take the survey if you don't mind. It is anonymous, but I'm trying to gather information, trying to get what are your pain points? If you look at yourself and your life today, are you happy with how things are going? Are you living your dream? Are you on a journey towards your dream? So if you're not, why not? If you are, awesome. How can we help? And going back to if you're not, why not just why not, but how can we help get you there? Is it defining the dream? Is it finding resources? Is it, I don't know. What is it? And take a moment and think about that. And remember, you can have multiple dreams. You can have more than one. I dream of, I'm kind of living my dream at the moment, but I dream of being a public speaker, more of a public speaker. I did my first public speaking event in May 20th at DreamCon, which I really enjoyed and I think went well. And, that was the first step towards my dream. And so I'm going to take another step and hopefully be a speaker at another event before the end of the summer. And so, working on that dream as well as working on the dream of kind of my apps, which I develop. And so kind of working on that on the side. So you can have more than one dream. I dream of learning Spanish. True story. One day I'll work on that. Duolingo is helping me at the moment. There are so many things that are out there. People will sometimes limit themselves. I don't want you to do that. If you have a dream, chase it. If you don't know how, ask me. Let's talk. Let's figure out why you're not chasing it and how you can chase it if you got commitments and obligations that prevent you from doing it. Because honestly, sometimes we're so focused on one point of view, one way of life, that you forget there's so many other aspects and angles that you could be looking at. A different perspective kind of can be refreshing. So if I can help, definitely reach out to me and I'd be happy to do so, whether through social media. I'm not going to help you through social media because it's probably private, but reach out to me over social media or hit me up on email at Aimee@chasingdreamshq.com. You can find me there. Or, hit up my website, and the contact page there. That'll work too. Whatever you got, you can do. So recently on Facebook, I put out a post kind of asking people for one magical question. And it was a great question. It was, what is a word or short phrase that you think would inspire, motivate, encourage others? And the responses were phenomenal. I mean, so many responses came in, and, you know, a lot of it positive. I mean, all of it's positive, but I'm going to just want to share with you guys a few of them, the 5 that kind of stood out to me, that I really enjoyed and kind of was like, oh yeah, that'll do it. That inspires me, you know? And so one of them is, what is something that would inspire, motivate, and encourage others? Tim Young said no. The word no would inspire, motivate, or encourage someone else. And I think he's right. It's absolutely true. Have you ever had someone say no and you'd be like, well, I'm going to prove them wrong? Heck yeah. I'm going to show them I can do it. No, you can't. Oh, watch me. Watch me. I think that is it's kind of like reverse psychology in a way, but it can absolutely do the job. Okay. So that was one, the word no. Another one by Raven Matthew was, whether you think you can or can't, either way, you're right, by Henry Ford. It's a quote. It's a very powerful one. And where's the lie? Whether you think you can or you can't, either way, you're right. I mean, it's such a powerful statement. It's a simple statement, yet a powerful one, because if you think you can't, well, then who am I to say you're wrong? You're right. But if you say you can, you're also right. I mean, it's the mentality in your psychology for how you approach something. If you automatically think you're doomed, well, then yeah, you're doomed. So change your mind, change your mode of thinking, be positive about it. You too can. So instead of either way, you're right, go with the can. I can do this. And if you don't believe yourself, believe me, you can do this. So start thinking in the cans and not the can'ts. Third one, Irene Aninye, friend of mine from college, said, progress is measured from 0, not 100. Another drop the mic kind of moment. Progress is measured from 0, not 100. I mean, how many times do you beat yourself up when you're deducting stuff? I haven't gotten anywhere. It doesn't matter. When you first had that idea, you were at 0. How far are you now? Any steps you take is progress. You know, instead of looking so much on the negative and how much you're going backwards, think about the positive. You know, the fact that before I had a podcast, I was at 0. Then I had a title, and then I had an episode, and then I started having people listen to it. Each step of that is progress. You know, me wanting to be a public speaker. I wasn't much of one before. I did take Toastmasters years back. Wonderful thing. Everyone should do it. I do believe in it. That was a step. That's progress. Maybe like 2% progress. But last month, I did my first public speaking gig. That's at least 10% progress towards my goal, right? From 0. So that is I love that phrase. I love how powerful that is also, because progress is measured from 0, not 100. So it's not about grades. It's about how much you've done and are doing. Next one we have is begin with the end in mind, which is a quote by Stephen Covey and shared by Sumum Thomas Matthew, friend of mine, just like Tim and Raven. And I love that too. I mean, of course I love it because I'm sharing it with you guys. If I didn't love it, then why would I share it? But begin with the end in mind. You know, if you want to go somewhere, if you want to do something, right? There's something very powerful about visualization. And I'm going to try and get a guest who can talk about the power of visualization in the next 100 episodes, because I think that's something not enough people do, right? It's something that many thought leaders, many public figures have done. They've imagined themselves receiving an Oscar. They've imagined themselves going to space. They've imagined themselves being called doctor, and they think about that every day. I had a friend who was struggling with their courses, and every day I said, hey, listen, I want you to just say, I can in the morning. I can do this. I can pass. And he did. He passed his semester. And we have to do that. I mean, I'm not saying it's because he did that, but your perspective and the positivity you bring upon yourself. And I'm sure my buddy Cornell Thomas would agree, the power of that positivity. I can do this. I can get it done. I can get to the goal. I can make this happen. It's half the battle. You're already there. Once you're on that positivity streak, well, then why would you not? You're going to make it happen. I can do this. I can do this. I mean, that's what it's all about. If you start with the positive in mind, you're going to go so far. I mean, begin with where you want to go. It's like having the eye on the prize, right? I know that's my goal. 5 miles out. It's when I run, I can't do it much anymore, but when I ran, I would aim for small little distances. So I would run a mile, 2 miles, whatever it is. I hope you weren't expecting like 26 miles, nothing like that. But if I was running for a mile, and I'm going down, I would look, I just need to make it to that tree. And I would do it. And I would look for the next milestone. I just need to get to that one, right? So I can get to that next step. I can get to the next step. And I would just have a marker, a visual end goal for myself, because I couldn't see a mile. For me, a mile was ridiculously far. But what I could see was the stop sign, 1/10 of a mile away, 2/10 a mile away, whatever it is, and so I would focus on that. That would be my mini goals towards the big goal, which is the end finish line for myself. And so hopefully you guys can do that too. If you have a hard time completing goals or making things, closing that deal, think about that, begin with the end in mind, as Stephen Covey said. The last one is from my friend Suzanne Vega. She said, you are your only limit. And I've said this in previous podcast episodes. And if you haven't watched it, you should watch Facing the Giants. There is a powerful scene in there where a coach is encouraging his player to cross the field with another football player on his back. And I'm not sure exactly what the football phrase is for that. I'm sure the teams have a code word for that. Seems like a death crawl, honestly. Maybe it's called a death crawl. I don't know. But he wanted him to go from one end to the other end. And I was like, are you crazy? He's not going to make that. And he didn't think he could either. And he pushed himself and he pushed himself and he got somewhere. And then, you have all these people cheering him on and he just kept on going and he pushed past his own limit. Visually, he's like, this is impossible. And then you start doing it and you start going. He did better than he expected. In fact, I think it's actually different. I think he was supposed to get to the 50-yard line, and he makes it all the way to the end. And it's like, he only thought he could get so far. He only thought he could get to the 50-yard line, and he blows past that. And mind you, he has his eyes covered as he's doing it, so he has no idea where he's going. He just knows he's going to keep on trying, keep on trying, keep on trying. And not only did he surpass his goal, but he doubled it. I mean, how many times are we limiting ourselves by seeing 5 miles and not realizing, hey, I could probably do 7, 8, 10, 26 miles, right? We just limit ourselves because we only think our body can do X amount. We only think we can do X amount, when truth is, we can do way more than X. X is a number we put upon ourselves. But what happens if you take away the limit? Oh, the possibilities are endless. It's crazy. It's crazy what you could do. So those are 5 words or short phrases that hopefully will inspire and motivate you guys. Number 1, the word no. No. You have a dream? No. I want you to fight reverse psychology. Fight that. Do the opposite. You go for it. Okay? 2, whether you think you can or can't, either way you're right. The quote by Henry Ford. 3. Which one was 3? Progress is measured from 0, not 100. That was awesome. 4, by Stephen Covey, begin with the end in mind. And 5, you are your only limit. 5 words or short phrases that will hopefully motivate you guys so that you can keep going after your dreams and pursuing them and pushing and pushing and pushing. Okay. And anytime, if you guys need help, I am here. I'm around. Feel free to hit me up on social media, contact me through the website, whatever you got to do. Where there's, as my mom always says, and it's very true, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. So I'm not going to keep you guys long because, well, you have dreams to chase and you need to be doing that and not always listening to me. 2, hopefully you'll take this extra time to go fill out the survey over at chasingdreamshq.com/C as in cat, D as in dog, survey. CD survey. And 3, why not? I got dreams to chase too. So guys, please, 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 do what you can. If you can do the survey, that'd be great. Much appreciated. We have some big things coming up in the next 100 episodes of Chasing Dreams, but I want to make sure it's benefiting youth. So that's what the survey is for. And if you like, I haven't asked this. I don't know if I've ever asked this, but if you so desire, feel free to leave a rating or review on iTunes. And by the way, we are, if you didn't know, we are also on iTunes, Google Play. We're on Stitcher. We're on iTunes Radio. We're just blowing up, and everything is that medium/Chasing Dreams HQ. So definitely check it out. I also would like to take the time to thank each and every one of you guys who are listening today, because it's because of you I'm doing this. And I hope you know I appreciate that you've taken the time to listen to these episodes and that you are appreciating not just the work we put in, but my guests. I have to thank them, all 90 plus of you guys, because you took the time to talk to someone you don't know, or in some cases, and you took the time to share your story genuinely. And I thank you for that, because you are positive people, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be on my show. And because your positivity continues to make this world a better place to be in. So guys, please go out there, be positive, be confident, and know it's about the journey, not just the goal. So go have fun too. All right. Till next time, guys. Oh, wait. What? I changed up the episode and I forget that I got to tell you where the show notes are. Because, there's not a lot, but there are some things out there so that you can check out. Okay. Show notes page. You can find everything over at the show notes page at chasingdreamshq.com/episode 94. That's episode 94. And guys, the next 5 guests that I have lined up are fantastic people. I'm so stoked that they said yes to being in these final 5 of the double digits. And so definitely tune in to check them out. We are back to airing every week on Wednesdays. Took a week off because I needed a break. Get ready for these next 6 episodes. So wanted to do that and wanted to kind of get you guys ready. So hopefully you had a break. Now you're back and listening. And, in honor of these 100 episodes, if you want, do us a favor, share the episode, share the show. We'd love for you to do that. And till next time, guys, keep chasing.
Thank you so much for listening to Chasing Dreams. Aimee would love to connect with you and hear all about your pursuit of chasing your dreams. Connect with her on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram via @ChasingDreamsHQ. Or you can find Aimee on Twitter @AimeeJ21. That's AIMEEJ21. Be sure to visit headquarters over at ChasingDreamsHQ.com for more inspiration, motivation, and resources to help with your own dream chase. We hope you'll join Aimee next week, and until then, Keep chasing.